Let's hit the field.
It is Sunday, June 8th, and the Yankees were taking on the Red Sox in the rubber match of a 3-game set on Sunday Night Baseball. Carlos Rodon on the mound, and he has been pitching fantastic. Could he keep it up? My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is Pinstripe Territory.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Well, that was not ideal. That was not what you want. And the Yankees have lost 2 out of 3 to the Boston Red Sox.
You watch the game? I mean, didn't it suck? It sucked.
I'll be honest with you. I expected better from the Yankees tonight. I did call 2 home runs from Aaron Judge, but unfortunately the pitching for the Yankees tonight was just terrible across the board. I mean, Rodon had a tough night. He gave up 5 runs. You could tell that he was off just with his location. Just one of those nights. Cruz had another night where, he struggled, gave up 2 runs. Loaizaga gave up 2 home runs. He has had some trouble. He has a 4.5 ERA. Hedrick gave up 2 runs. I mean, it's very difficult to win a game when your pitching is this bad as it was today. And I expected the Yankees to have the pitching advantage. I mean, rookie on the mound for the Red Sox. Carlos Rodon has been incredible for, basically 2 months. Yankees jump out front early. Judge goes deep. And then Rodon was cruising into the 5th. But the Red Sox win this one 11-7. And they come into the Yankees' house and take 2 out of 3. Bullpen was putrid, says Mike Bragg. That's a great way to describe it. It stinked. Let's talk about the game.
Let's get it going.
So Carlos Rodon was human after all. We'll spotlight him later in the game, but, got off to a great start, but things fell apart quickly when they did fall apart. And how fitting is it that the guy that the Yankees traded away, Carlos Narvaez, hit a big 3-run home run to put the Red Sox out in front. Red Sox had 5 home runs tonight. 5 home runs. Very difficult to win a game when you're giving up 5 home runs. Campbell had a home run. Narvaez went deep. Toro hit a jack into the second deck. Story hit his 8th home run. And Devers hit one in the 9th inning. Home run number 14 for him. He's having a great year. Other than all the drama. Judge, he keeps raking. He wasted no time. 2-run home run on the first pitch he saw. 108 miles an hour off the bat, 436 feet, all that. I can't believe he's not leading the major leagues in home runs. I mean, usually by this point he's got a healthy lead, but Cal Raleigh, 26 as a catcher. That is wild. He hit another home run late in the game, but, by that time the watertight compartments had taken on too much water and the ship was about to break in half. It was going down. But at least Derek got the correct prediction today. Judge also flashed a glove today. He made a nice running catch coming in on the ball. He tracked one down on the warning track that I thought was a nice play, difficult in the wind. If the Yankees had somehow pulled this off, I mean, no doubt he would have been the player of the game. Jazz Chisholm, he made a couple of really nice plays at third, but then also threw one away. Epic live mic moment where he tried to make a spin throw and almost killed the cameraman. Shook it off. Ben Rice continues to be kind of snake bit. He smoked one at third base that got snagged by a diving catch. Look, he has had some brutal luck at the plate. Tons of hard contact, but if it stays in the ballpark, it seems like it's an out. He did have 1 hit tonight, but he's down to 241 with an 824 OPS. He could easily be hitting 290. Easily. The Red Sox, I mean, it was just power all night. Christian Campbell, he's got kind of an inside-out swing. He used the porch for a home run. I feel like that's not the last time we're going to see him do that against the Yankees in his career. He reminds me a little bit of Edgar Renteria. He's got a little bit of that to him. And Devers, I mean, the guy is just a one-man wrecking crew against the Yankees. DJ LeMahieu went deep. He continues to show flashes of the guy he used to be. OPS is over 700 now, 704. But that's the second home run he's hit. Last year, he showed basically no power. He had a 4-hit game a few days ago. He had a big 2-run single last night. So he's not the guy he was where he was an MVP finalist, but he is doing enough, I think, right now where the Yankees are going to keep running him out there. We got a couple of super chats here. Beast Mode says pitching killed us the last 2 games. And to be fair, the Yankees got out to a big lead in game 1, and then they almost flushed it. The pitching almost flushed it. And then yesterday, obviously, you give up 10 runs today, you give up 11 runs. It's difficult to win games like that. Jack Herbst says, Buffoon, average player, below average manager. Aaron Boone not earning a lot of friends among Yankees fans these days, but he does have them in first place. So, it is what it is. No manager's perfect. He's our guy. We gotta hope that he's able to push the right buttons. Dell says knew this series was going to be a disaster the moment he saw the lineup for game 2. Just get Boone out of here already. Stop trading with Boston. I agree with the Boston trades part. Garrett Whitlock. Wasn't Whitlock like a DFA or a waiver claim or something like that? I don't think it was a trade. But then Narvaez, I mean, what can you say about the guy? He is hitting 282. I'm going to pull up his stats real quick. With a 361 on-base percentage, 820 OPS. He's got 6 home runs and 170 at-bats, 26 years old, looks good behind the plate, has a rifle for an arm. We saw it yesterday. But look, we got some doubters here in the chat. We got a comment here that says, where is it? Say first place all you want, but leads can and do change in a heartbeat. You're absolutely right. But the Yankees are 39-25. Things are still looking good. You're going to play the Royals this week. We'll talk about them. They're okay, but they're not great. They've allowed more runs than they've scored. The Yankees typically handle the Central very well. And then you play Boston at Fenway, and Giancarlo Stanton should be back for that series, possibly. So, he could be. Maybe not. But if I were the Yankees, I'd try and get him back in there because he loves to hit at that ballpark. And Judge heating up, obviously, again, with 2 more home runs tonight. Got the average back up almost to 400. But the story for me tonight was Carlos Rodon. Finally had a bump in the road. He was dominating out of the gate. Couple of easy ground balls early. And then big overpowering strikeout. He cruised the next few innings. And then in the 5th inning, you give up the walk, and then you give up the 2-run home run to Campbell. And it's not the home run that bothers you. I mean, you're going to get porched sometimes as a pitcher at Yankee Stadium. It's the walk. And tonight, you look at 55 strikes out of his 90 pitches, so that's a lower ratio than he's had. Usually, he's like 93 to 97 pitches, and he'll have like 65 to 67 strikes. Every time that I update this, I see what it was the previous week. And I think last week it was like 67 out of 93, some really good percentage. So he was missing with strike 1. Willie called it about 3/4 of the way through the game.
Hey, Derek, it's Willie. I can tell Rodon didn't have it. Couldn't get his first pitch over 4 strikes.
100%, Willie. You got to throw strike 1. It's the most important pitch. You got to get ahead in the count. And then you can use that repertoire. His velocity was also a little bit down tonight, 96.3. He's typically, 97-ish. He did have 15 whiffs, though, so, he still gets swings and misses. But the 3 walks in 5 innings, he has been showing better command than that. So, it's just one of those nights where he's a little off. You just hope it's not the beginning of a downward stretch. You hope that this isn't the beginning of the typical June swoon that the Yankees have. Tough day at the office.
It stinks.
All right, so let's talk about the series at large. So Warren was just so-so in game 1. He kind of ran out of gas in the 6th. Yarbrough and Rodon both got roughed up. Volpe got banged up. He did return with a couple of hits tonight, but he also kept throwing the bat. He threw the bat twice. So maybe he's still hurting a little bit on that front arm. Jazz had the 3-run home run in game 1. Didn't do a whole lot else in the series. LeMahieu had some big hits, and Ben Rice continues to be unlucky. And then Aaron Judge, obviously, heating back up with a couple of home runs. So next up, the Yankees have a day off tomorrow, and then they're going to play 3 in Kansas City. And they played Kansas City in the American League Division Series last year. They beat the White Sox today. They're 34-32. They're healthy for the most part. Lucas Erceg is a big arm out of their bullpen. He's injured right now. Bobby Witt Jr. leads the league in doubles and stolen bases, so expect him to be in scoring position all week long. You got to shut him down. He's hitting .289 with a .349 on-base percentage, 7 home runs. In my opinion, he's the best shortstop in baseball. His WAR is already 3.2 on Baseball Reference. Vinny Pasquantino, he's got the best current nickname in baseball, in my opinion, Pasquatch. He's having a good year, 10 home runs, 38 RBIs. He's one of those guys that scares me more in Yankee Stadium because he's got a swing that's built for the short porch, but he can hit a long way. You don't get a name like Pasquatch unless you're a big dude. Salvador Perez finally seems to be slowing down and on the downslope of his career. He's already got a negative 1.2 WAR, so he's been counterproductive this year. He's hitting .228 with 4 home runs and a .608 slugging percentage. He always hits the Yankees well, though, so don't be surprised if he's a problem. I'm excited to see Jack Caglione, a big left-handed power hitter in college and in the minor leagues. He got off to a slow start, but he went 4 for 4 today. He's a lefty hitter. He's 6'5", about 250-plus pounds. I think he's going to be more the lefty version of Aaron Judge than Spencer Jones, right? I mean, watch out. He is probably going to hit his first major league home run in this series. I mean, you get 4 hits, you're feeling good. He is a beast, and the Yankees pitching lately has been serving up the long ball, obviously. Chris Bubich in Game 2, he's 5-3 with a 1.43 ERA, so completely dominating this year. Another lefty. Would be nice to have Stanton in this series, but not going to happen. And then Seth Lugo in Game 3, and he's always tough, and he's always tough on the Yankees. 3.46 ERA on the season. So I don't think of this series with the Royals as a layup. Yankees got to turn up the notch a little bit on the pitching, better than they were this series against Boston. Quick word from Arena Club, then back with some final thoughts here on Sunday night.
FT fan by now, you know if you're buying, selling, trading, collecting cards, Arena Club is the spot. We've been talking about them all season long, but I do want to focus on the slab pack experience, Kratz, since you've been ripping some slab packs digitally. And what happens?
I mean, as a kid, you wanted to rip open the packs. How can they do this digitally? Oh, baby. This is exciting. How the graphics come out and everything. And, oh, yeah, the card that you pull, you can actually get that, John, physically. So it's perfect. It's all in one place, and it's a super exciting experience.
Yeah, they send that to you from the vault if you want it. But if you look at it and you're like, it's not the card for me, I want to sell it back, go for it. You can do any of that on Arena Club, and you can acquire the best value for your money with those slab packs, transparent checklists, and Arena Club's Slab Safe program. Right now, you can get 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase by going to arenaclub.com/FAL and use code FAL. arenaclub.com/FAL. Use code FAL.
All right, comments coming in. Stephanie McAllister says, this one hurts a lot. Don't let it hurt you too much. I mean, it's June 8th. Yankees still in first place. There's still 8.5 games against the Red Sox. This series means much more to the Red Sox than it does to the Yankees. The Yankees came off of basically a really tough stretch out west, and I think, they're just they've been a little sluggish the entire homestand, and the pitching seems a little bit worn out. Now, we saw some comments earlier this year, and I'm going to put this one on the screen here. Samantha has been saying all year that Boone is blowing out the bullpen. She's been saying it all year, and it's right now looking like it's bearing fruit because we're seeing guys that are just gassed. I'm surprised at how poorly Jonathan Loaisiga has pitched. He's really struggled with the home run ball. So I think that we need to address the bullpen forthwith. Like anybody out there who is willing to trade and give us some arms, we got to get some fresh arms in there. I think the Yankees got to be on the lookout for, more pitching across the board, whether it's a starter, whether it's middle relief, whether it's a high leverage guy. And you'd like one more bat. I mean, as well as DJ has been performing lately, if you get a chance to pick up a quality infield bat, I think you got to do it. And obviously Giancarlo Stanton coming back will help, in the DH spot against lefties. Just got to figure out a way to keep Rice in the lineup. He's been snake bit, like we said, hitting the ball hard, but too many balls right at people. The other voice says, I still don't think this is a first place team. Well, they are. They're 4.5 games up. They got a 609 winning percentage. I mean, look, you look bad when you lose, right? I mean, you just do. It's just a fact of life. And it's easy to be negative. It's easy to say, well, this team is fool's gold early on. Look, guys, you're going to win some. You're going to lose some. We do this 60 times a year we have a loss, so get ready. There's probably going to be another 40 of these nights throughout the season. You just hope that you're not allowing 5 home runs in all of them. But the Virginian says Loizaga also not striking out batters like he used to. It looks like he's trying to throw the sinker more. It's just not sinking so much. Paris Grubb says, when is Weaver expected to be back? They said 4 to 6 weeks. It's only been about a week, so I'd say All-Star break, something like that. We'll see. Anyway, Bald Man says, listening to your podcast after a Yankees loss eases the pain a lot. Keep up the great work. I appreciate it. That's why we're calling the book that I got coming out Pinstripe Therapy. That's kind of, where this whole thing has led. But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it an early night. I'm going to let you get back the rest of your Sunday evening. I'm going to call it a night. Tough day, tough series for the Yankees, and we'll see you tomorrow. If you made it this far, do us a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join our community. You can also be a part of the show by calling in at 718-899-1068. Also, part of the way that we maintain and fund all of this is through NYYDesigns.shop. Check it out now. Get all sorts of fun Yankees merch, hats, hoodies, zip-ups, beanies, mugs, you name it. We've got it. Check it out, NYYDesigns.shop, and check out Pinstripe Territory on all your favorite podcast platforms. We are the official Yankees podcast of the Foul Territory Network. We're here for post-game shows after every single game, and we're here before a lot of games to talk about the game, preview the lineup, the pitching matchups, and things like that. And we're here all off-season to talk about the latest in Yankees rumors, news, etc. Join our community. We'll see you next time.